Hey guys, it's Spooky Boots here, and today I have a super awesome video for you. I didn't think I was going to be able to make one due to the fact that I'm in the middle of moving from one place to the other, so I don't have my studio lights, I have none of my studio equipment, my loft is completely empty at the moment, so I'm using what remaining daylight there is and some some styrofoam I found laying around to bounce some light back into my my side here. So it's a little weird, and I apologize if the setting looks a little different. I wanted to get this video out as quickly as possible, and between moving and work, I haven't had time to really edit it or anything yet, so video might go up a little late, but I think you guys will really like it. Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, was June 21st, and that is Go Skateboarding Day. I think, every year in Denver they always do like some kind of big rollout, but this year it was nice because they did Go Skate Day in combination with kind of like a demonstration / protest, with the current climate. It's important to, make sure your voice is heard, and, for us in privileged positions to elevate the voices of others. So they kind of mashed up Go Skateboarding Day, and it was like a demonstration / protest. My friend invited me. We all showed up on rollerblades, and it was completely fine. No one gave us any, we didn't get looks, we didn't get, I don't know, no one said anything. It was kind of an event for everyone. I feel like it wouldn't be, the demonstration wouldn't make sense if they were, not inviting everyone. So there was bikers there was quad skaters there was rollerbladers there, and then obviously a whole bunch of skateboarders. So yeah, the day was really fun. I brought my GoPro, I documented as much as I could, and I didn't really narrate throughout the day, so I'm going to do that in this kind of format. I'm going to cut back and forth between me and the studio and the videos. This first part of the video, my friend and I carpooled with him into Denver, and we strapped on our big wheels. We skated a couple blocks to the Denver skate park. We met up with some friends there, and I think it was just like 3 or 4 of us, and we met up at the skate park, and then we took a trail to the Capitol. So I think the trail was about 2.5 miles long. It was a really pretty trail. It's just for bikes, rollerblades, and basically anything with wheels. It's not really for pedestrians, so we took that path to the Capitol. So when we got there, we showed up on, I think it's the south side of the park. I'm not really sure what direction it is, but we showed up and they were doing, there's 2 sets of stairs that kind of lead into the courtyard area. It's not a yard, but it's like just a little gathering area. The skateboarders were, I guess, they were jumping down the stair sets, so we kind of showed up and we were like, we don't want to interrupt, so we showed up at one of the entrances and then turned around and found the main one to come in. I definitely didn't want to jump down any stairs yet, so yeah, we showed up there. There was a lot of people there. It was really cool energy. You'll notice there's a little shrine. I don't know if shrine's the right word. It was a little collection of candles and chalk messages and photos of the recent victims of police violence. So they had this little shrine thing that was really cool to see everyone saying nice things. Then they called everyone together to give the rundown of the event, what streets, what roads were going down, where to find medical attention if needed, where to find water if needed. Then they had a few of the skateboarders and non-skateboarders. There was a few people there who, people of color who spoke about their personal experiences and the skateboarding community. So that was really cool. We got to hear some nice words, some experiences. I don't know how clear the audio is, but if you guys want to take a couple minutes to listen, I think you can hear it pretty well. It's kind of long. You can't really see the person who's speaking, but I think you can definitely hear them. So if you want to listen to that, go ahead and listen to that. It's like I said, it's kind of long, but if you want to skip through it, you can.
But I'm gonna just start with this right now. Yeah, so I wanted to share like one of my experiences with like this shit is going on. So When I was a kid in 2nd grade, I met a kid by the name of Paul Childs. He was a very kind-hearted, beautiful soul. My dad worked at the Eastside YMCA. My mother drove the bus for DPS. Paul was like one of the students on my mom's route. When I went to Stedman Elementary and my brother attended Smiley with Paul and his sister and my brother nearby, like, I would take my mom's bus and like I would get all this knowledge from the older people above me. Our families became very close, and eventually we moved to Glendale, where I attended Ellis Elementary. I was in the 4th grade when my mother walked up to me and told me Paul had been murdered by the police. Being that young, it was hard to process what was actually happening. This is tough, my bad. The police shot him multiple times without realizing that he was a young man having a tough time. This problem of cops assuming another human being is a threat is not an excuse to end someone's life. I am now 28 with 2 daughters, 2 nieces, and I do not want them to experience the same experience I had with that. We are all born the same way, and we should be treated and respected the same way. We are beautiful, and we need to wake up with no fear. This isn't a race issue. This is an abuse of power that has been going on for too long. We need to pave the way for the generations under us to make a better future. We can do this. Stay strong, family. I love you all.
First of all, I've been skating. I picked up the board less than 2 years ago, and this has become family to me. So thank you. Hello. I believe we are all creators with our thoughts, our actions, our voices. We create and manifest this life in front of us every single day. Some of the most creative people I've ever met have been skateboarders. We draw inspiration from the city that surrounds us. We see the world, the streets, the parks as an opportunity to do the thing we all love to do, skate. We understand life through looking through the lens of opportunity. We skate on every and any surface possible, and we do all of this through knowing of our power within. We defy gravity. We must know a little something of power. We cross endless mind barriers, and despite the many bruises, shinners, blood, sweat, and tears, we are persistent, and we land the trick. We know how to push for personal change and empowerment and immense growth physically and mentally. Know that to create change on a larger scale, we must know of our power to change and empower within. Because of skateboarding, we all attain this skill. We create joy and life, and most importantly, we create community.
I'm gonna say some shit about skateboarding real quick, but real quick, man, it's beautiful to see everybody here. And one thing to say, man, is we live in a country, man, that's built on a system, and it's built in a system that is a white supremacist system for years, man. And this shit has been around for years, and now we have the power of a cell phone. But I want to let you know that, we go through shit in life, but I think I could speak on every black skater in the community saying that I'm very thankful for being a part of skateboarding. I'm very thankful. I'm 26, I've been skating for 16 years now. I just thought about that. I was like, how long have I been riding this shit? And I'm very thankful to be a part of a community that's always accepted me for who I am, no matter what, no matter color, size. I'm a big nigga, you know what I'm saying? But no matter color, size, whatever, y'all have always accepted me. And that's been 16 years of my life.
listened to them speaking, and then the rollout happened.
Dog. I thought that was like a microphone or something, bro.
I thought it was a recording too.
That's a really loud dog, man.
Look different.
Oh shit!
We basically rolled down, I don't know, I would probably guess 10 to 15 city blocks. I'm not really sure. I'm not really familiar with Denver. It was crazy. There was quite a few falls I saw. I wasn't able to stop and help. I didn't know who was behind me, and I think when you're going downhill on rollerblades, it's a little harder to quickly stop versus a skateboarder helping them out. I did see a couple of spills. I saw people rushing to help them. Everyone was super friendly. Everyone wanted to make sure everyone was okay. It was so loud, like just the noise of all the skateboarders and you know, basically anything with wheels on that rough road asphalt. It's so loud. I don't know how good the audio is, but it was wild being there. My friend had a little speaker that he was playing music out of. He was standing right next to me, and I could like hardly hear the music sometimes. So it was just it was kind of crazy. It was hectic. You know, every sensory input is kind of being overly stimulated. You're watching out for traffic because, you know, we were going down the street. Like, you know, roads weren't blocked off. We were blowing through red lights, and the traffic basically just had to wait on us to pass. So, you know, you want to be careful. You want to make sure you don't get hit by a car or anyone else, or you don't want to cut anyone else off. it's really loud, so you can't hear anything. And also, I didn't really know where I was going. I was just following the crowd, so I'm keeping an eye on all the potholes and everything. So yeah, it was a really fun time. It was a really nice demonstration. And then basically the finish to the ride, or the rollout, we showed back up at Denver Skate Park. So we went from the Capitol to Denver Skate Park. And I think I was somewhere in the middle of the rollout. I don't know, it was middle to front, I think. So we got to the skate park and basically turned around and just watched everyone kind of roll in. It was crazy. It was like, I don't know, it was quite a long time of just watching people, you know, finish up the run and come into the skate park. And the skate park was so crowded. There were so many people there. I wouldn't be able to give you an accurate number because I'm terrible with like guessing crowd sizes, but it was just crazy how many people were in that skate park. And of course, you know, with the current situation, we are all, I think the majority of people there were wearing masks, but definitely everyone wasn't. So I was wearing one, my friends were wearing one, but I definitely saw a few people who weren't. So, you know, that was a little concerning, but I mean, other than that, I think people were, you know, relatively safe. So we wanted to skate the skate park, but it was way too crowded. And I don't know, there was just other skate parks nearby that were less crowded. So we ended up leaving after the roll, and we went to a smaller skate park south of Denver. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Trails. And when I got there, my foot was just so sore from the big wheels, you know, the power slides that I have. My right foot, I think, is a little wider than my left, so it just was hitting a pressure point in that skate all day, and I didn't really feel it until I took them off. So we got there and I was like, I can't skate. So I basically sat that session out. After like, I think an hour, or I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, we drove to a different skate park. We drove to Arvada Skate Park. We actually drove to my friend's house, and then we skated a trail to the Arvada Skate Park because he doesn't live too far from there. And I was able to skate then. So it was also raining when we got there, so we were hanging out under this tree waiting for the rain to pass, and then we all just started getting really anxious, and it was on and off and on and off, and we were like, well, let's just skate. So we ended up going to the Mini and having a little session in it while it was wet, which was fun. It definitely added an element of excitement to the skate park that we don't normally get, but it was fun to skate in the rain. The coping was really slick while it was wet, so it dried up really quickly. The sun came back out, and you know, everything dried up really quickly. So we ended up having a good dry session after.
Yeah. That sounds like one of them's gonna be switched, right? Yeah. Yeah, dude, you could do.
I was working on my 540s. Here's a couple of attempts at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tricks are forever.
That's right.
That was sick. What's happening?
Nothing, just got rained out at Deep Park.
Yeah, we got rained here for a little bit, but it's all nice now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Getting off that.
that's clean.
And then that was it. We skated back to the house, and then I left to go back home. I had quite a bit of packing left to do, so it was a really long day. I was super exhausted. I had a full weekend for sure. I spent all day Saturday packing and moving stuff, and then all day Sunday in Denver and skating. So it was a long weekend, and kind of in between there, I didn't get any I didn't get a good night's sleep, so I was definitely feeling it the next day. But yeah, so that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different than what I normally do, but I think it's important that we get out there and show our support for communities who are at you know, a disadvantage just because of their skin color. You know, get out there and let people know that you have their back. Skating, Black Lives Matter, you know, it's all the same thing at the end of the day. It's all about community and helping each other out and looking out for each other. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a like, guys. If you want to see more, subscribe. I was able to get a video in this week, so I'm super happy about that. I think next week I'll be able to as well. I'll definitely be done moving by then. So yes, thanks for watching, guys, and stay safe.